How did you feel when Flavor Flav came back on under the whole Flavor of Love thing and the reality TV and everything?
You know how I felt. Personally speaking, if you're representing Flavor, then that might be cool. But people don't know you as Flavor. They know you as Flavor from Public Enemy. And I felt you throw me out of the group, Chuck, for talking about what's really going on in the world, using scholarly material, but you let that fly? I'm like, come on, man. Oh, I can't do interviews and tell the truth, but this dude can smoke weed, drink, bag bitches, and all kind of shit. Come the fuck on. Come on. Come on. No. You can be a coon on national TV. Burnt face fucking coon on national fucking TV, disrespecting himself, his mama, black people, and Public Enemy, and you let that fly. But Professor Griff stand up for black people and tell the truth about white America and Jewish involvement. But you throw me out of the group. That's how I felt.
Well, granted, it wasn't, even though he is part of Public Enemy, it was a Flavor Flav thing. There was no Public Enemy association with it officially. But I mean, the only time I really remember Chuck D being part of anything was when they did the Flavor Flav roast. And I think in the intro it had Flavor and Chuck together, like in a limo talking.
Well, it was Chuck that took Flavor to Hollywood.
There you have it.
There you have it. So when you say officially, Chuck is a smart man. And I would have probably made a similar move with Flavor. Rather than see him back on drugs and in the street, let me take him to Hollywood. Because he's naturally funny. He a funny looking motherfucker. So he's, you understand what I'm saying? So, bruh, get him a fucking job. Keep him busy. I would have probably made a similar move with Flavor.
Yeah.
Listen, don't let these sharp curse words bother you. This is not my motherfucking language. I'm expressing this the best way I know how. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not angry at them now. But we're talking about these periods of time. You understand what I'm saying?
25 years later, Public Enemy is still touring around the globe on a regular basis to huge crowds. I remember, was it maybe a year ago or something? I was watching the NBA Finals and LeBron James had a commercial and Welcome to the Terror Dome was the theme music. Public Enemy just left a huge mark on the culture.
Yeah, because it was not only about the music, it was a movement.
Yeah.
And we spoke outside the context of the CD. Outside the context, outside of the songs, we spoke to those things. And tell your cameraman, black people are expressive. We talk with our hands because you motherfuckers took our language from us and we don't know how to express this shit. So we have to, Anyway, he understands.
Right.
Yeah.
So fast forward to this year. There was the Dallas shooter.
Wow, you've been doing some reading. But go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. There was the Dallas shooter that ended up killing a bunch of cops. And when people started digging up who he was and his Facebook pages and his social media and so forth, there's a picture of him with you.
Yeah.
So suddenly everyone's trying to make these connections that somehow Professor Griff is involved with the Dallas shooter and so forth, which I never believed. But
That's not necessarily true. People didn't necessarily try to figure it out. It was a narrative set from the beginning. First, he was with a guy with some damn dashiki. Then it was the picture of me and him. So without a proper narrative or hearing from him, couldn't hear from him because they blew the motherfucker up. Okay, so now people are left to their own interpretation of Griff and the guy that killed some cops.
okay.
And now I become public enemy number one around the country with law enforcement agencies. So now I got to go underground.
Okay.
And now people are saying, I told you that motherfucker was trouble. You understand what I'm saying? So now here I am running for my fucking life. You understand what I'm saying? Because now every cop looking at me like, you know, FBI sitting in front of the house, phone tapped, the whole shit. Yeah. And this is recent. This is only a few months ago. This is July.
Right. So, in your own words, was there anything beyond that picture besides just a fan picture?
I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I did a lecture. I said at the lecture on stage, I'd like to take a picture with whoever want to take a picture with. I'm cool. He was just one guy in line that I took the picture with. Mm-hmm. We had a brief conversation. He said he dug the music, Public Enemy music and whatever. And he was like, man, he wanted to get some books about what to study and whatever. And I said, there's all kind of vendors here with books, DVDs, whatever. He's like, cool, can we take a picture? We took a picture. I didn't even remember his name. I took a picture with 100 people that day. Mm-hmm. So there's periods of time where I unplugged from the Matrix. That Thursday, I unplugged. By the time I turned my phone back on Friday, my daughter was telling me, Daddy, you got to see this. I'm like, see what? So I'm seeing all kind of news stories about me and the Dallas shooter. So immediately took the battery out of the phone, discarded it, jumped in my car, had my man take me to the airport. I got the fuck out of Dodge. Okay. I ended up in Wilson, North Carolina, where nobody could find me. And then I made my way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I know they wouldn't be looking for me. And they found my ass with a fucking camera crew and the whole shit. So I was like, so I had to face it. Yeah.
But there was nothing really to face. It was a picture.
Thank you.
After a lecture.
Let me tell you something, man. When I stepped off the plane after one Public Enemy tour, and them motherfuckers took me to the jail and handcuffed my ass and took me to the jail up under the Hartsfield Atlanta airport and asking me all kind of questions about who are these white people that I'm with in Europe? Do I know that he's part of, the IRA? Do I know he's part of this organization? And I said, I don't know these people. I just met these people. And I said, well, if you really wanted to send me to fucking prison and arrest me, you keep the bracelets on me and I'd be on my way to prison right now. But obviously you don't have shit. You have access to my emails, my phone records, right? So if you really charging me with something, charge my ass or let me go. So they took my passport and they took my driver's license. So I couldn't go anywhere. They mailed me my driver's license back and they kept my passport. And that's what it's been since 2008. And 2008, the gentleman that I was working with at the particular time, Khalid El-Hakim, who was a Detroit school teacher, they bombed his classroom and my house was on fire damn near at the same time.
Your house was on fire?
Burned down.
And who do you think did it? Okay.
Let's just say the alphabet boys.
Okay.
Whatever one of them alphabets you want to put together, I don't care. FBI, CIA, whoever the fuck. IMF, international motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck.
When you say that your phone was being tapped, how did you know that it was being tapped?
You really asking me that question?
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to the movies, man? There's a whole born supremacy, born intimacy, born identity, born whatever the fuck. That stuff ain't no fake shit. That's real. They just putting it on the screen in front of you because your ass won't believe it. It's called hidden in plain sight. I know how these people work. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're telling me that you would have a private conversation over the phone with somebody and something in that conversation would somehow come back out through a third party?
Yeah, of course. Or you have GPS in your car?
Yeah.
Same technology. They have facial recognition software. Same people, same technology. It's not voice recognition. You remember Whitney Houston did those AT&T commercials? The True Voice? Mm-hmm. That's voice recognition. Now, fucking cars talk to you, right or wrong. Phones talk to you. TVs talk to your ass. Same technology. What the fuck? That ain't hard to figure out. You pick up the remote, find me sports, and it goes to the channel. Come the fuck on, man. That was years ago. It's just that I was on my job, and I knew that technology existed. I ain't stupid.